The provincial government of Albay begins evacuating its residents amid the threat of eruption from the Mayon volcano. A state of calamity has been declared in Albay as experts monitor Mayon's activity. Airport officials are once again being urged to resign following the latest incident of power outage in Naiya. And we'll get some updates on Typhoon Chideng and what the weather will be like this weekend. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. We begin today's newscast with the Naiya experiencing yet another power outage. On Friday afternoon, electricity went out at the country's main airport, causing long lines and flight delays. This is the fourth power outage in the airport since last year. MIAA apologized and explained that the incident was caused by the audit being conducted by MServe. Power was restored after around 30 minutes.
The root cause was traced in the substation roadway 2, where the one that was auditing it, of course, MServe, one of their crew inadvertently left test cable na nakatap. So that caused a power shortage that affected the power system of the Naiya Terminal 3. When we restore the systems, it will take around 30 minutes.
Because of the repeated incidents, one lawmaker is now calling for the resignation of all Naiya personnel. Vice Chairman of the House Committee on Transportation and Bulacan 2nd District Representative Tina Pancho said that the Naiya should have or hire better personnel.
From the top hanggang sa ibaba, wala tayong dapat iwanan na nakaupo ngayon kasi 3 times in a year. That is too much na, ma'am, na ginagawa nilang kahiya-hiya ang Pilipinas, ma'am. Tumanap tayo ng, or someone is really efficient for the job.
Some residents living near Mount Mayon are being evacuated as volcanic unrest continues. Mayon is currently at alert level 3, prompting the entire Albay province to be put under a state of calamity. So far, at least 8 towns covering some 10,000 residents have implemented mandatory evacuations. Authorities say that there are sufficient classrooms and modular tents for evacuees in Ginobatan. However, the LGU is concerned about a possible shortage of food packs and potable water if Mayon's volcanic activity worsens.
Hoping kami na hindi na lumala ang situation ng Mayon Volcano because once na-erase siya sa level 4, all Mayon unit area, i-evacuate namin siya.
Meanwhile, PHIVOLCS is not ruling out the possibility of raising alert level 4 status in Mayon. The agency adds that the volcano's eruption could become more complicated if it coincides with rain. PHIVOLCS OIC Katoto Bacolcol explains that this will result in a phreatic explosion. Heavy rainfall can also trigger possible lahar flow.
You have hot material comes into contact with water, kakaroon ka ng bigasing and explosion. Yung lahar, of course, kapag maulan, yung ma-remobilize yung mga deposits and pwede siyang dumaloy dun sa mga active river channels. And then it will go to the lower level, kung may mga bahay doon. So mawawash out yung mga bahay.
Yet another volcano has unleashed its fury, this time in Indonesia. The Anak Krakatau, a volcanic island in Indonesia, erupted twice on Friday. It spewed ashes up to 3 kilometers high, which had been blown as far as southwest of the country. Indonesian authorities report no casualties or evacuation, but they warn people not to conduct activities within a 5-meter radius of the volcano. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Typhoon Chideng has intensified in the Philippine Sea. The typhoon was last spotted 875 kilometers east of northern Luzon. Chideng is moving northwestward with maximum sustained winds of 150 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 185 kilometers per hour. Currently, Chideng remains far from the Philippine landmass. It's expected to maintain its strength throughout this weekend before weakening on its way out of the Philippine area of responsibility by Monday. While Chideng is unlikely to directly bring heavy rainfall in the country, it may enhance the southwest monsoon, which is seen to bring occasional rains over the western portions of Luzon and Visayas. Now, it seems like the world is stuck in an ugly warming loop. As temperatures rise, more people turn to air conditioners to stay cool. Ironically, this uses more fossil fuel, increasing global warming. The details in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
The world is getting warmer, and people are buying more air conditioning units. Units that are powered by burning fossil fuels, releasing more greenhouse gases, increasing global warming. How's that for a lose-lose situation? Let's break it down. The International Energy Agency says that on average, 10 new air conditioners are expected to be sold every second between now and 2050. As a result, the global stock of air conditioners is expected to grow from 1.6 billion today to 5.6 billion in 2050. Space cooling, defined as fans, dehumidifiers and air conditioners, is expected to overtake appliances to become the largest single user of electricity in buildings globally by 2050. And it's the world's biggest populations, China and India, that are expected to drive this surge in demand for colder air. The additional 2,500 gigawatts of capacity needed to power these units will put a huge strain on local power supplies, equivalent to the current generation capacity of the US, Europe and Japan combined. That surge in additional demand is going to seriously threaten efforts to shift to renewables and away from fossil fuels, making it more difficult for us to meet our climate goals.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor today's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.